BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 26.
It's been a hard few years for all airlines within the aviation industry, and focus today shifts towards AirAsia X, who reported record losses for a quarter, which is not the news we all want to be hearing to begin our week this Monday. The quarterly loss was at US $5.9 billion, a staggering total that is 8 times more than what the airline reported for a year prior. And more concerning, the airline has been unable to escape the losses now 9 times in a row. That's 9 consecutive reports where it has posted losses. This is something, while they're actively trying to fix, isn't going to come easy. Questions will often arise of just how an airline can see losses this big, as even for the pandemic, these numbers are enormous. For AirAsia X, they've been dealing with a bit of a problem surrounding debts that they need to cover. They've had a multi-billion-dollar provision in place to cover these specific debts, which in turn has seen their overall expenditure rise. This then offsets the total operating cost. So it's significantly higher than what they may have first imagined, hence the $5.9 billion quarterly loss. For AirAsia, they saw revenue drop a total of 20% in the same quarter, which isn't necessarily a massive shock considering the current climate within the aviation industry, but certainly if we're talking about the future, this is not in the trajectory that the airline wants to head. So, how will AirAsia go about changing their fortunes, you might be asking? This is a very, very valid question, given the current climate of the aviation industry and the idea of the unknown. The airline will be reducing its total fleet and is actually already in discussions with lessors and aircraft manufacturers over the future adjustment of its fleet. Last week, Airbus reached a deal to restructure the deliveries of aircraft to the AirAsia Group, their biggest customer within Asia, who have major orders placed for their plane. This major order reshuffle would allow the airline to keep their demands for the future, but welcome them in later with additional improvements on the term lined out in the initial contract. That very contract also goes into making note that they could see price reductions as well. Both Airbus and AirAsia know how valuable this contract is for future production at the European aircraft manufacturer and, of course, the airline's operations in a world that is post the pandemic. According to Reuters, AirAsia is looking to enter into a new restructuring scheme by the end of October next month, which would see it restructure a significant sum of debt for the future. These negotiations are reportedly headed in the right direction, so what are your thoughts? Feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. I once again like to thank you very much for watching another video here on DJ's Aviation. Stay tuned for more content that will be upcoming throughout this week. Take care, and please do, as always, be safe.